So on Wednesday nights, hey church, by the way, we have a Warriors Zoom meeting. We have an in-person and an online person group for all men. So a lot of other groups as well. If you check out the website so you can be involved in a small group, it's critically important for us to grow. We're going through Daniel chapter 3 in the Zoom group that I lead. And as a result of that, we were going through that third chapter and just wanted to share something from there as we're dealing with maturity and our growth in our walk with God. So King Nebuchadnezzar, the Babylonian king, had taken captives from Israel, and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and Daniel stayed strong in their faith and would not compromise in their walk with God. And so we find this scenario going on here where King Nebuchadnezzar had set up a golden statue and told everybody they had to worship it. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego would not. And so they're called in before the king to give an account of their insurrection. And so here we pick up the story. Nebuchadnezzar said to them, "Is it true, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, that you refuse to serve my gods or to worship the gold statue I've set up? I will give you one more chance to bow down and worship the statue I have made when you hear the sound of the musical instruments. But if you refuse, you'll be thrown immediately into the blazing furnace. And then what God will be able to rescue you from my power?" Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego replied, "O Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves before you. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God whom we serve is able to save us. He will rescue us from your power, your majesty. But even if he doesn't, we want to make it very clear to you, your majesty, that we will never serve your gods or worship the gold statue you've set up." All right, so we're talking about our own maturity and our growth in our faith. And a lot of times as a pastor, I see people, I want you to hear this all the way through now, and when individuals, Christian people, are going through very difficult times, they begin to question God and their faith and all these types of things. Now, that's a temptation the devil puts in front of you. You have to stay strong through it. But I want us to see something here about these men of God. What they said was, we know God can, and he can do anything. But if he chooses not to, we're still going to serve him. So in our own maturity in our walk with God, let's make sure that our faith is secure in who God is and not just the God of our circumstance. As we mature, we see that God is God regardless. So church, and this is not a depressing type statement I'm going to make to you, and I think I mentioned it the other day as well. We are all going to die, okay? So because we die doesn't mean that God is not able. God is more than able to raise us up, keep us alive and healthy. However, there is a time in which we will all die. And therefore, the circumstances of life are going to overcome every single one of us. All right, so here's what these guys said. He can, but if not, he's still God, and I serve him. So today, whatever you're facing, tomorrow, whatever comes your way, next week, whatever's coming, make sure that God is your God no matter what. No matter your circumstances, no matter if he moves or if he chooses not to, he's still God, and you need to serve him. He is not just the God of our current circumstance, he is God. Let's be his church.